everyone, Andrea Prober here with Great Expectations Realty, and today is Monday, which means it's time for What's Up Ocala. Oh my goodness, again, we have so much stuff going on, even though it is nasty outside today. I know all of y'all are probably like, oh, it feels great. I don't know. If it's below like 65, I don't really want to go out. So thankfully I had a bazillion and one papers to go through today, so I was basically at the office and buried in paperwork. So it was nice and warm in my paperwork cocoon that I had. So it was a lot of paperwork to go through. You know, after the beginning of the year, we get through all of sending out all the 1099s and taxes and all of that stuff. Then we try and, box up all of the paperwork from the file cabinet to make room and put that aside and store that and, just kind of out with the old, in with the new. That's kind of the first week in February. So that's what I was doing today. I don't know what you guys were doing, but I was very happy I wasn't outside because it was rainy and kind of cold and just kind of drizzly and blah. So we don't get many days like that in Florida. So when you get them, you have some soup or chili or something, and you basically just don't go outside. There's nothing to see out there. It's not pretty. So I had some visitors that came in from Roanoke, Virginia today. It's a beautiful area, Roanoke, Virginia. It's kind of in it's got all the mountains, and then it's got like this bowl that it sits in. But beautiful, beautiful area. And they are actually possibly going to be joining us down here in Ocala and moving down here. So I got to chat with them for a bit. I kind of apologized. I was like, man, normally Ocala is so pretty and it's blue skies and green grass and green trees and just green everywhere. But today it was it was so nasty and ugly. And I mean, it's like the Sunshine State, but they got no part of it. So apparently they weren't holding it against me though. So I guess maybe they'll be moving down here. Okay, so what is going on aside from the crazy weather? Vanguard High School is actually doing their 7th annual Murder Mystery Dinner Theater. It's for 2 nights only. That is February 11th and 12th at 6 p.m. Tickets are only $20 and they're sold online only at vhsplayers.com. I am super curious how they actually did this whole production, what they're serving for food. I'm actually tempted to go. I don't have any kids at Vanguard, but I would really love to see how the kids there, how they do it. So I don't know. And it's who among you is the cold-blooded killer or victim? Doors open at 5:30 p.m. First course is served at 6:15 p.m. I think we're going to go. I think that sounds like a really great way to spend the evening. So kudos to them. They've been doing it for 7 years. That is awesome. We also have the Grand View World Nights, which is a world-class equestrian event. It is part of the Grand View Invitational, which I've been putting videos up that we've been doing, that we went out and did that. Hold on, let me go back and check my audio real quick. Sure enough, my mic was off. That's okay. Anyway, so the Grand View Invitational is basically like Clydesdales, Percheron, and Belgian, the big horses. They have like a hoof the size of a dinner plate. I mean, big horses. They normally on average weigh about a ton each, so about 2,000 pounds each one of them, give or take. They're just huge, beautiful, strong horses. So they have a competition down here called the Grand View Invitational. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we were able to go on Friday, which was the opening day. Next year, I think I'm going to go on Saturday or Sunday because that's when they do the 6 horse teams. So these horses are so big and so strong. So 6 one-ton horses pulling a carriage. I mean, that's something to see, something to hear too. It'd be like thunder every time they go past. So I saw the 1, 2, 3, and 4 horse teams, but I'd really love to see the 6 horse team. So maybe next year we'll go and do that. But yeah, so this weekend is the Grand View World Nights, which is basically having the Clydesdales, the Belgian, and the Percheron 6 horse hitches at the World Equestrian Center. So that was kind of cool. And it's like an evening elegant type thing. I believe you're supposed to be, I don't know if this is the one where you wear red or not, but anyway, I thought it was really cool. So they're going to have these beautiful horses synchronized to instrumental music. So I thought it was pretty cool. They are going to have tickets anywhere from $50 to $450 if you want like VIP, like the top of the VIP, it'd be like $450. They probably can do even more than that. But anyway, I just thought it was cool because that's where you could actually see the 6-horse hitch teams, even if you didn't go to Saturday and Sunday at the World Equestrian Center. But these are horses from all over the United States. So very, very cool. Actually in Canada as well. So very cool. On February 12th, we also have the Ocala Historic Walking Tour in downtown Ocala. So there's the morning block, which is 10 a.m. to noon, and then the evening block is 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And the tours begin at Stella's Modern Pantry, which is over on Broadway Street, and then they end at the Keep, which is over on Southwest 1st Avenue. So they're going to have a 2-hour historic walking tour, and then there's like wine, chocolate samples. It's just a really cool historic event. They're also going to go over like why it was called Brick City. Bet you don't know why it was called Brick City, huh? Anyway, which buildings had the first elevator, where the artist of the famous Coppertone Baby ad lived, in a lot of other stuff. So there's a lot of history in historic downtown Ocala. So that should actually be really cool. If you're a history buff like I am, that is just all the stories. Okay, everybody gets so bogged down with history and they think like dates and times and stuff, but it's stories. They forget the story part in history. And it's just basically listening to all of these stories of stuff that happened before. So if you get a historian that's a really good storyteller and doesn't bog you down with all of the dates and the times that each thing happened, just give a rough idea of the time frame, and it's just so exciting, so interesting, makes history come alive, and I really love that. So hopefully it'll be like that. But they're actually having a few different historic walking tours. They've got some in May and then also in July. So hopefully you guys will be along with me as I do one of those soon. But if not, definitely plan it for yourself because it should be a really fun event. Oh, things to do. Okay, so I did go on Saturday and I went to the Ocala Civic Theater and we caught Around the World in 80 Days. I always mess up the name. It was hilarious. It was so fun and so feisty and so fast. It was very slapstick, kind of almost cartoonish, I guess, but it was really, really good and it was very entertaining. And I did end up laughing out loud a couple of times, which that's actually not that rare for me. But you know, it was just a really good, fun event. We took Lexi with us and she really enjoyed it. We were so late on getting tickets. We got tickets the morning of. So she actually didn't sit with us. She sat back about 2 or 3 rows. And then after it started, there was like nobody sitting next to us. And I'm like, Lex, you want to come and sit with us? And she's just like, no. She was just having a good old time, just being over by herself, like being all teenager and stuff. So it was fine. But yeah, it was a really, really good show. We all enjoyed it a lot. Soon coming up, they're going to have Underneath the Lintel. That is starting on March 4th. And then they've got that on the 11th and the 18th. On Saturdays, they've got it March 5th, 12th, and 19th. So should be interesting. I don't know what Underneath the Lintel is. I'm sorry if it's like your favorite play ever. I apologize, but I have no idea what that is. I did see a picture of it. It was ringing no bells. So I'm sure it's really good, but I have no idea. And also it was kind of interesting. I'm not going to go into the politics of it all, but they actually encouraged masks to be worn. So we all had our mask with us, but I'd say like half the people didn't wear them. And there were a lot of empty seats and stuff. So we were fine. I wore my mask the whole time. So did my husband and my daughter, just to make other people comfortable. But yeah, I have a really glitzy, I really figure, you know, if you're going to wear a mask, like really have fun with it. I really want to get like a Phantom of the Opera kind of with like some netting or something. But I've got one that's just black and then it has jewels that come down and swing. It looks really cool. And then recently I got one that's like a belly dancer's mask, and it's like, it goes all the way down and it has like coins and everything. But that one's a little too sheer, so I'm going to have to put like a black mask underneath it, and I haven't figured out how that works yet. But yeah, I have fun with it. Like, if you're going to have to wear it anyway, you might as well get original with it. So yeah, I have a little bit too much fun with those actually. And then all of my everyday ones, like going into Publix and stuff, is like our company logo, and it says, I can sell your house from 6 feet away. So fun, just fun. Let's see, what else is there to do? Ocala DriveIn, they have on screen 1 Scream at 7. They've got the new Spider-Man at 9:10. The American Underdog Story on screen 2 at 7, and then the 355. And honestly, we were both looking at the American Underdog Story and the 355, my husband and I, and we were thinking we were going to go watch those. So let's see. Adults for the Ocala DriveIn, just to let you know, it's $6 per adult. Kids ages 6 to 12 are only $3, and any kid under 5 is free. Every single night. They have movies every single night. It's a very fun thing to do. It's just, I don't know. I love it. I think going to the drive-in is one of the coolest things ever, and I'm so glad that we have that. As far as other stuff to do, oh my goodness, there's so much. Marion Theater has some classic movies. They have Bridesmaids playing, which I've never watched. I know everybody loves that movie. I have not actually watched it. They have the remake of the Little Rascals movie. They've got Sleepless in Seattle, best date night movie ever. And then they've got Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which I thought was actually a really great play. And I think Sidney Poitier, I think it was, I don't know. Anyway, I think he recently passed away. So that was, is it Sidney Porter or Sidney Poitier? I don't know. Anyway, I think it is Sidney Porter. Anyway, he recently passed away. So that's probably why they're playing that movie. Because yeah, that's what the movie I know him from. He was just so amazing in that movie. And the time frame of it, wow. So really, really good. And it actually I don't know, it had a lot of thought-provoking questions in it. So anyway, Bridesmaids, not so much from what I understand, but it's still funny and a really good time. So if you would like, I actually found something called the Downtown Dining Guide for Ocala Main Street. And it has all of the restaurants, where they are and what they are. And yeah, just really, really, and there's a lot of them, a lot more than I actually thought. So if you would like that, just let me know and I will go ahead and email it over to you. My email address is my first name and my last name at gmail.com. So it's AndreaProeber@gmail.com. But that is available to you if you want. All right. What else? There's so much stuff going on. City of Ocala is actually looking to do a $1.7 million contract for the purchase of land, which would be the site of a second parking garage. How cool is that? Okay, so when they first did a parking garage, we were like, okay, well, that's really cool and all, but, you know, we're probably never going to use it. Oh, no, we are definitely using it. It's actually gotten to the point where if you go there on a Friday, like a First Friday art walk or something like that, it's actually hard to get parking because a lot of the parking is being taken up reserved for the hotel that's down there on the square now. So they really kind of do need another parking lot. So hopefully they will get that soon. That would be really great, actually. And it's cool because like the parking on the square, you can now just park at the garage, walk right over to the square, and they don't charge for the parking in that first parking garage. I hope that they'll continue to do free parking for downtown, because it does, I mean, it helps bring a lot of business. If you have to pay for parking, or if you have to like really hunt for a place to park, you're really not going to want to go downtown on the square. So honestly, having those is just really great for City of Ocala. Okay, I'm off that soapbox now, but I'm really hoping that they do go ahead and get that purchase going. But I think they're using the general fund reserve for projects, which does have a balance of a little over $5 million. So go for it. Like, let's do it. Okay, so the restaurant that is the big, it's got all the hoopla going downtown for over a year now, a couple years now, honestly. The Mellow Mushroom. Brad Harper is a franchisee known here for like all the Zaxby's locations. And also he has the Shuckin' Shack, which is over by, I don't know, it's over kind of by Barnes and Noble and across from Marshall's and over by Dillard's and stuff. It's like the outdoor mall here. We have an indoor mall, we have an outdoor mall, and they're on the same road. But yeah, so he has that. So he's actually doing a Moo Ya burgers, fries, and shakes on the first floor next to the Mellow Mushroom. And then he's going to have a Shuckin' Shack oyster bar on the second floor. And then there's a rooftop bar that's coming into the third floor. So yeah, there's going to be a whole lot going on over there. There's just 4 different restaurants all in one building. So we thought we were just getting a Mellow Mushroom, and we were actually pretty happy about that. But now, no, that building has got stuff going on, including a rooftop bar, which is really great because then you can have that awesome view of like the Marion Theater and everybody walking around, and it'd just be, that would be pretty cool. So I'm kind of excited about that. And no, let me cease the rumors right now. To the best of my knowledge, there is not a Costco coming to Ocala. There is a warehouse or distribution center here, and that's what we're seeing, a whole bunch of signs that are like hiring for Costco, and everybody's like, yeah, no, it's not, no. They're just hiring for the warehouse or distribution center. It's weird that we have a warehouse and distribution center, but we don't actually have a Costco. But because we have I-75 going straight through town and it allows for easy access, there are a lot of distribution centers such as Amazon, Chewy, oh goodness, AutoZone. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's a whole bunch of them. Anyway, they are utilizing, you know, the easy access to I-75 and doing that. So there was an old Kmart distribution center over on Southwest 52nd Avenue, and Costco is now using that. So there you go. At this juncture, I do not know of any Costco coming to Marion County, but I will keep on the lookout and I will let you know. Okay, you're like, okay, we don't care about all of that. Andrea, seriously, what's going on with the market? I mean, do you really care about the market? I don't know. Hopefully. Otherwise, I am wasting a lot of your time and mine. All right, let me pull this up because I hadn't done it before now. I was looking at houses. Sorry. There are so many houses to look at right now. It's crazy. My allergies are killing me today, so I apologize in advance if I sneeze or something. It's not the Rona. Just anytime there's like a shift in weather, and our weather has been like, it was like 80 degrees the other day, and then it was like 20 degrees, and then it was 70 degrees. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So for some unknown reason, I get allergies in winter that I don't get. I don't have them in spring, summer, or fall as much, but during the winter, especially on like rainy days, I don't know. It's just, yeah. And yes, I do take allergy meds. It didn't help. Okay, well, I'm struggling to get my market update going. I should have just had it already up on the site instead of looking at houses. Sorry. But there were really pretty houses and it was really cool. So, oh, what can you do? What can you do? Oh, okay. Here we go. Apparently it was trying to phone home with ET or something. I don't know. There we go. All right. New listings. We've got 32. huge map behind me on the wall. We've got 32 new listings. So bad. And 79 pending. All right, y'all, seriously. Wow. Okay, that's so bad, so wrong, in the wrong direction that I just don't even know what to say anymore. Price increases 22, price decreases 19. Do y'all even know what price you're doing? Back on the market, 14. Sold, we had 25. Leased, we had 4. Again, pending. 79 houses went pending over the weekend, but only 32 new listings. And no, that was not all houses. That's like vacant land, that's commercial, that's leasing, that's everything. Okay, so the actual houses, probably less than half of that. So we had like maybe 10. It's crazy. If you can see behind me, that's Marion County, all the way up there. And about a dozen houses hit the market, basically. So if you're looking to sell your home in Marion County right now, and you're worried you may have missed the boat, no, you're safe. Go ahead and sell that house. Please call me. I would love to sell your house because we do not have that much inventory. Now, keep in mind, we do have a lot of new construction going on. I recently did a video about all of the developments that are coming in, including like townhomes and multifamily homes and all of the stuff that's coming into the area. Thousands upon thousands are looking to be built. And that's not even counting the smaller independent builders and stuff. So there are a lot of houses in the new construction phase, but for resale or previously owned and loved homes, whatever you want to call them, for resale houses, there are very, very little on the market. And the reason for that is they can't really price the houses higher than construction, because brand new house where you wait a couple months, or house that's 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years old, you know, so you can't really price a resale house for a lot more than a new construction house of the same size in the same area. So it's kind of all of that new construction is still affecting the market. But at the same time, a lot of people are moving down here and they're purchasing homes. They're selling their homes in Miami, New York, California, whatever. And they're like, this is really inexpensive housing. This is a great area. Really want to move to Ocala. But, you know, if they move to Ocala, where are they going to live? So they're going for those resale homes because they can go ahead and live in and move in them pretty much right away. So yeah, so those are very popular. If you've done a lot of updates like a pool and fencing and stuff like that, you can actually price higher than new construction. But you know, again, that's where you get into that, okay, is it too high? Is it not high enough? What are we doing? And that, because of that play on the market, is doing that. Also, interest rates went up and they're continuing to rise, and they're going to continue to rise. So a lot of the buyers that were like, oh, I'll get around to it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a house one of these days. Yeah, let me just work on this other thing over here, or I'll get around to it. Prices changed because the interest rate started going up, and they're like, oh, I need to buy a house now. I'm gonna be priced out of the market, which they are. Because now the house prices have continued to go up and the interest rates are going up. So if you thought it was expensive before, even if you bought the same price on the house, you're still going to be paying thousands of dollars more just because that interest rate ticked up. So I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm just telling you what's going in the market and why. Okay, even if you contact my competitors out there and purchase a home through them, I will still be very happy for that decision for you. Not as happy as, of course, if you called me, but I will still be happy because it's what's best for you and your family. For most people in most situations. I was actually talking to the guys that came from Roanoke, and they're like, you know, not really sure if we want to buy right away because, you know, we don't know the area that well and all that, which I can totally understand. But it's not only the price of the house, it was actually him that was talking about it. I don't want to say any names, but you know who you are. Okay. So it wasn't just the price of the house. It wasn't just the rent, because that's of course just money you're flushing, but it's also the loss of equity. If you really look at it, some of these houses are going $2 and $3 and $4 and $5 and $6 and $7,000 more monthly for nothing. Like if you don't do anything to the house, it's ticking up so much. So you're not only wasting, maybe $1,500 a month in rent, but you're also flushing that equity that you aren't going to put in your pocket because you don't own the house. So the owner, the landlord, is getting that money, not only for the rent, but also the equity. So what happens at the end of your lease? Well, you're probably going to sell the house. Don't know for sure, but a lot of the landlords are selling the houses, which is what's increasing that rent, because there's fewer and fewer houses for rent on the market, because the investors are like, okay, I bought that house 10 years ago in the middle of a recession. It's now worth this amount. Let's go ahead and sell. I don't want to be a landlord anymore. Or I want to do a 1031 exchange and do a different house. So, and then those tenants have to scramble and find another house. So, depending on your situation, if it's just a temporary thing, like, I just want to feel comfortable and get to know the area and stuff, that makes total and perfect sense. But just realize you're losing a lot of money, not just rent, but also equity. If you are still like, I don't want to make a $200,000, $300,000 mistake, I totally get that. And I agree with you. So if you really do need that time, cool. Some things are worth it, but you have to decide that for yourself, how much you're willing to pay, how much you're risking, and how much you're willing to lose. It's up to you. It is totally and completely up to you. All right. I think I'm done. But the houses, there was a house that's going up for auction. I have to talk about it just for a second. It is the coolest house. There's no reserve on it. It's going up for auction. I'll probably show you some pictures in a video or something. But the house is literally shaped like a donut, including the pool. It's like 8 bathroom house. It's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a massive pool, like 80 acres. 80 acres! I am not maintaining 8 bathrooms and 80 acres. I'm telling you that right now. A pool in itself is like too much for me. I like low maintenance. Like, I don't need a townhome necessarily, but I like low maintenance, okay? 2 bathrooms max for me. I don't want to clean any extra toilets if I don't have to. So, on that note, I wish you guys all a wonderful week. If you guys need me for anything, please reach out. And definitely, if you found my videos to be helpful, educational, entertaining, or just plain goofy and you enjoy watching them, I'm cool with that. But if you could just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and even better, if you can share it to a friend, that would be so helpful. You guys have a great night, have a great week, and I'll see you later.